is sponsored by Mattson Financial. Sometimes surprises are a fun thing. An unplanned birthday party with friends, that can be a blast. But getting surprised by your finances in retirement, well, that is never fun. Joining us to discuss how to avoid that are Gary Mattson and Laurel Stewart, the father-daughter team at Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on the radio, Money Mentors. So Gary and Laurel, how do we avoid those dreadful surprises during those later years?
It's hard, but it starts with a plan, right? So you might not be able to take away everything that's happening out there because we know life is crazy, but if we come to having a plan in place, we can check off those boxes and have more of an expected timeline of what that's going to look like.
So what are the boxes? What do we tell people to consider when putting together a plan?
Well, the biggest one is starting out that when you're going to get to retirement and you're ready to retire, you don't want the market to take that opportunity away from you. So in your 401k, you want to be in a position that you have enough money there so you can actually leave and still have money, income coming in without losses. And so we have a way of helping clients do that.
Yep, and you could also look more on Mattson401k.com. We have a nice handout there that we'd be happy to send to.
Okay, I'll put a link to that on our website.
All right.
Talk about the process of helping folks get started. What does that look like?
Really comes to sitting down, and yes, you're going to bring your items in, but we really don't want you to open that folder, that box of your goodies that you brought in yet, because we want to get started with you. You know, so many times people might say, well, what's your comfort level on a scale of 1 to 10? Pick a number. You know, or you say 7. Okay, we're going to invest it this way, a 30-70 split. You know, that's not the type of plan you should have. You should have one that really looks into what do you want to do, where are you at so far, right? Because your plan and Dad's plan are going to be very different.
Yeah.
So that's where we start.
Let's talk about some mistakes you've seen people make when planning for their retirement, because there can be some that are real detriments to that vision you talk about creating. Making that happen.
Yeah, the biggest two, I think, is taxes and not planning for medical needs. And then we talk about those right up front. You know, the last thing we talk about is your money. We talk about everything else in the beginning of that to make sure the plan is secure to get you the least amount of taxes, the highest income, because retirement isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. How much you can spend, how much you can do those things. Yeah. And so that's what's so important, is that we want to have that critical income need coming in, but also we want to pay the least amount of taxes for that. We have clients in Florida that they're both CPAs, thought they had a good idea of what they should be doing, and by the time we got them fully in retirement income, they said we could not believe how little tax we're paying and how much income we've got. And they will never run out of money and have the lifestyle that they wanted.
Once I sit down with you and create a plan, or maybe somebody already has one, I'm done, spit spot, this is me clapping my hands like I'm done.
A lot of the hard work is done, right? But still every year, because tax laws change, you know? We've got standard deductions change. The amount that you can contribute every year pretty much changes. RMDs, we've got Secure Act 2.0 that now has come out. RMD age has changed again. So with legislative changes, we understand all of that and make sure that your plan is changing and keeping up with that over time.
And your desires may change too. You might say, okay, I've always wanted to live in Florida. My mom at 97 years old moved back to Michigan because she wanted to be back with family because all her friends have passed. And so once again, the plan's got to be flexible that allows you to make the changes that come along your way too.
Yeah. Okay, so how do we get started with you?
If you're one of the first 5 callers and you've saved $250,000 or more for your retirement, it's an opportunity to give us a call, 800-536-8907, and we'll find a time dedicated to you to meet with one of our fiduciary advisors.
I love it. Okay, let's help you take advantage of this special offer from Mattson Financial. If you are in or near retirement, you want to make sure you're on the right track, Gary, Laurel, and the rest of their team will sit down with you, customize that enhanced retirement plan just for you. Now, this is a comprehensive plan that includes a look at your investments, your income sources, taxes, and so much more. It'll help you get to and through retirement and the vision that you deserve. Reserve a spot now. Call 800-536-8907. That's 800-536-8907. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Catherine.
Great to be here.